Hello, everybody. Julie here from Own Your Power. I wanted to talk to you all about something important regarding parenting. Now, this is especially for mothers out there, being a mom myself. And I just want you to realize that your kids are always watching you. They're watching how you show up in life. And maybe you don't know this about me yet, but I am a homeschooling mom. And so I homeschool my two boys. I have a 13-year-old and I have an 8-year-old. And I am constantly with them. I am with them way more often than I used to be when they used to go to school. But now that we've moved up to Kuujjuaq, Quebec, which is in a northern Inuit community, I have chosen to homeschool them, and I've been homeschooling them for the past 2 years now. And I will say this to you, I'll be completely honest and transparent with you. The first 6 months, I thought I was going to lose my mind. I thought I was going to just, go bananas. And it's not because I was having a hard time with the curriculum or teaching them, and it's not because I don't love them, because I do. It is because they were actually pushing me to face my shit. See, children come into our lives as messengers, as teachers, and they will put your stuff in your face over and over again until you've dealt with it. And we have a choice to make. It's either we get very offended by it and lash out, right? Okay, the ego. Or we can actually take a good look at ourselves and say, okay, maybe I need to work on that. And it's not an easy thing, I will tell you, and especially not nowadays, because it's very easy for us to get caught up in all the distractions that are going on out there, all the hype, all the chaos. And then when your child is overreacting or acting out, well, that's a sure sign that you need to slow down and to listen to what he or she is trying to tell you. Like I said, they are our biggest teachers. They are messengers. And there's one thing that I realized is that anything that annoys you from them is most likely, usually 99% of the time, something that you need to work on yourself. So I'll give you an example. My youngest one is very impatient. When he has an idea, he has the picture in his mind, he knows exactly what it is that he wants. He sees the result. And he wants it so badly that he tends to skip steps in order to get it done, to have it come true. And when you do that, well, if you skip steps, then usually it doesn't work right, and you have to go back and start over again. And he gets very frustrated. And it annoys me. I keep telling him, no, you need to do the step-by-step process. If you do it that way, it's not going to work. But he doesn't want to listen, and he does it the way he wants to do it. Then he ends up frustrated. And it annoyed me so much. But then I started realizing that I would do the same thing. That I was the type of person that, got really excited about something, about an idea, and I could see the result right away, and I wanted to see the result right away. And I had a tendency to skip steps and then get really frustrated or disappointed when things didn't work out the way that I wanted them to. And so it forced me to look at myself in the mirror and to deal with that, to deal with it. So that's just an example. There are many other examples, but I'm going to ask you to do the same thing. First of all, I'm going to ask you, how are you showing up? How are you showing up in life? Because I will tell you, it is thanks to my children that, I started to work even more on myself. I mean, I've always been on the spiritual journey, of course, before before even having my children, but they really allowed me and encouraged me and motivated me to step it up, okay, a few notches. And I remember one morning, my oldest was about 4 years old. My youngest one wasn't born yet. And I remember it was the morning and I was preparing breakfast, and my oldest one said, "You know, you're never in a good mood, especially not in the morning. You're just not in a good mood. I don't really want to be around you." And it hit me so hard. It really hit me so hard. Now, like I said earlier, I had two choices. I could have either, let my ego take over and become all offended and lash out at him, or I could take a step back and really listen to what it is he's trying to tell me. And I chose to do that. I chose to actually take a step back and to really listen to what it is that he was telling me. And he was right. I would wake up in the morning just so frustrated and resentful. And there were reasons for that. I hadn't dealt with a lot of the stuff that I needed to deal with. And I was having him pay the price for it. And I was paying the price for it too. Now I'm asking you, how are you showing up in life? And do you have certain things that you need to address? Is there a big pink elephant, in the living room that you have been trying to ignore for months or even years? And how's that affecting your kids? How do they see you? What's their perception of their mom? Being a mom is way more than just taking care of their immediate needs. Making sure that they're fully clothed, that they're bathed, that you've given them enough to eat, that you chose the right schools, that you are putting them in curricular activities. It's much more than that. You're a role model. And your children are looking at you and they're watching you and they're taking notes. They're taking notes. And they're trying to figure their stuff out too as they're growing. But you're their mom. And so they're going to keep referring back to you and see, well, how does she deal with that stuff? And it's a hard pill to swallow. When you realize that, holy crap, they're watching me all the time. It's almost like those celebrities, right, that have the paparazzi around them all the time. That's the feeling, because your kids are always, always watching you. And so take a look at them, because they are a direct reflection of you. If there's something you don't like or that annoys you about them, and I'm not saying you don't love them, I mean, you're human. There's going to be stuff that's going to drive you bananas that they do, but take a good look at it. And go take inventory and see, is that me? Is that a direct reflection of me? 99% of the time it is. It is. And if you find yourself in that situation when you're like, holy crap, I haven't been showing up the best version of myself. I haven't. I've been kind of slacking off there. If that's what you're saying to yourself, that's what you're realizing, don't feel so bad about yourself. You're not alone. You're not alone. Been there, done that, and I'm still working on myself. It's not because I'm a mentor and a coach for women that I have everything figured out. But the difference between me and maybe another woman is that I see it coming. I realize it right away. It doesn't take me weeks or months or years to figure it out. And as time goes by, the more you face your shit, the less scared you are to face the next pile of shit that comes up. Seriously. It's true. It's true. And that's the only difference, is that I made a decision. I made a decision to show up. I made a decision that I deserved to show up as the best version of myself. And I also made the decision and the realization that my kids deserved for me to show up as the best version of myself. And if you're interested to do the same thing that I have done and not have to go through all of those years and those months like I did to figure my stuff out, then contact me, reach out to me, because that's why I created the 90-day program that I have, the Empowered Mystic. It is a program I wish I would have had. I wish I would have had it, because it would have saved me time and energy and heartache. I would have been able to figure all that stuff out more quickly, and it would have been less painful for myself and for my family. And I would have been able to maximize my time, with them. And I would have been able to really show up as that version, as that woman that I knew I was capable of being. Now, if this is something that interests you, then please contact me, reach out to me. I have time between, over the holidays, between Christmas and New Year's. So I have extra openings for in my scheduler to take on some calls so that we can hop on the phone and have that conversation as to, what's going on? What are your challenges? What are these blockages? And also, what are your visions? What are your dreams? What are your desires? What kind of woman do you want to be? How do you want to show up? So if you want to hop on a call, then go for it, because I am telling you, after the holidays, though, I'm going to be extremely busy because I am launching my new and improved numerology certification program, Unleash Your Magic. And it's a 6-month certification program. And it's going to be eating up a lot of my time and energy. And so the Empowered Mystic, I will be taking less women on, because I'm going to be focusing on this new and improved program in January. So I am reducing the amount of women that I'm going to be taking on in the Empowered Mystic. So if this is something that interests you, then I invite you to book a call with me, and let's talk about it and see if it's the right fit for you. And if not, that's fine, because I will guide you in the right direction anyways. It doesn't matter. I will still help you to find a way for you to step into your power and your greatness. So I'm going to send you all a lot of love and a lot of light. And if you have any questions or any comments regarding this video, feel free to write them in the comment below. And if you know anyone who would benefit from this type of video, share it. Just share it. I don't mind. So I'll talk to you all soon. Ciao for now.